There are two key things that you need to finally know exactly how to leave your 9 to 5 for good. Just two. They're very simple, and I'm so excited to share them both with you today. If we haven't met, my name is Christine McAllister. I'm the author of the #1 best-selling book, The Income Replacement Formula, and the creator of the Business Basics Bootcamp, which is a half-day workshop to set up the foundation for your business in a weekend. And so today, what I want to talk to you about are those two key things you need to finally know exactly how to leave your 9 to 5 for good. And I know that some of the people watching are already out of their 9 to 5s and looking to stay out. Some of you are on your way out. And so I know that this is going to be helpful for all of you. And I also want you to say hello live or on the replay so that I can know who's watching. So I'm going to share this quickly with my private Facebook group, the Passionate and Profitable Entrepreneur Society. And you are welcome in there as well. If you're not in there, you're missing out. 1,500 women building each other up every day and walking this journey. It's totally free, and I'd love to have you be a member if you're not there yet. So sharing this with them so that they can get in on the good stuff too, as you're saying hello in the comments. So there are two key things you need to finally know exactly how to leave your 9 to 5 for good. Sorry, I'm getting a call. All right. And here we go. Live TV, people. Here they are. Here they are. Number one is the thing that comes most naturally to us high achievers. Hold on. Someone's trying to call me. I need to tell them I'm on a live stream. All right. Sorry, guys. We may wind up scrapping all of this and starting over from this point right now, 2 minutes in. The two key things you need to finally know exactly how to leave your 9 to 5 for good. Are you ready for them? Number one is a clear plan. This is the thing that comes naturally to us high achievers, right? We're sitting in our 9 to 5s and we're going, if I just had a clear plan, then I would just go do it already. Have you ever had that thought? Well, I would love to quit my job, but I just don't know how. Like, it's just too overwhelming. So I don't know, because if I had the clear plan, then I would just go do it already. No problem, no questions asked. Now, I'm totally going to call myself out on this because this is exactly how I felt for the several years I was inside of a 9 to 5 that was completely draining for me. I said, I just can't see the path. I don't know how, and therefore I can't do it. So the first thing that you need is a clear plan. And usually we think that's the only thing that we need, but if we actually ask ourselves and we actually get really honest with ourselves about what we need, we also need to get over the fear and the self-doubt that we have about whether it's possible for us, whether we're going to fail, what are other people going to think of us, and all of these other things, right? So we need the clear plan, yes, of course, because there's so much information out there, right? There's so much information about, oh, do it this way, price things this way, price things that way. Here's what your website needs to look like. Here's what your Facebook page needs to look like. You need to have business cards. You need to network. Here's how to do that online, blah, 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 right? When we start doing this research, we very quickly get overwhelmed. And we know that. So we need a clear plan. And I would also add it needs to be really simple. It's got to be really simple. So number one is a clear plan. That is the first key that you need to know exactly how to finally leave your 9 to 5 for good. Are you with me so far? Can you relate to that? Have you ever felt like, oh my gosh, if I just had a clear plan, I would go do it already? Let me know in the comments. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for saying hello. Great to see you here on this Monday. Lunchtime Monday Motivation Live. That is what we're here to do. I am here to instruct you and inform you on these two key things. And the first one is a clear plan that's also simple and cuts through all the crap and tells you exactly what you need to do and not do in order to leave that 9 to 5 for good. But if somebody handed you a piece of paper with a clear plan and said, okay, here you go, Christine, go do it, then the next thing that you would realize is that you also need to overcome your fear and your self-doubt. Your fear of failure, your fear of criticism, your fear of not being good enough, your fear of not knowing enough, of not having what it takes. That's the second part of this. So thing 2 is confidence, a clear plan and confidence. Now, I know confidence can have a lot of different meanings for us. I think that when I was younger, I thought that I was jealous of those really popular girls who just seemed to attract all the guys with ease and just got asked out and were, just so much fun and so confident. And I really struggled with a lot of anxiety, and I really struggled with a lot of self-doubt, as most of us high achievers do. And so I know that now that confidence for most of us is a learned skill, right? Like, I was not always this good on Facebook Lives. I was not that I'm perfect or wonderful by any means, but I'm a lot more confident than I was the first time I did one, right? And I was just talking to a client about this last week. She said, oh my gosh, Christine, when I go to do a video, I have to record it. And even if it's a minute long, I'm going to spend 2 hours recording take after take after take after take, telling myself it's never enough. Her direct quote was, I could never just pick up my hair and move it if it was in my face like you do. And I said, you know what? Or this, right? I said, you know what? When I used to do these on my phone, sometimes they would be propped up on a bunch of books or Amazon cardboard boxes, and the phone would fall to the floor, and I go, blah, and go pick it up, right? Before I invested in this little stand, which was not a very big investment, but hello. It just took me a while to do it for whatever reason. Here's the deal. I've done hundreds of these now, right? I got confident by doing it. And so if you wait until you're completely over your self-doubt and completely over your fear and completely 1,000% confident to quit your job, it's never going to come. But you have to get 51% confident that you can do it in order to do it. And you do that by taking action on that clear plan, seeing that you can do it, seeing that you can get those clients, you can sell those products, you can do a live stream if you want to get good at that, you can be on a podcast, you can write a Facebook post, you can do whatever you want. Whatever the thing is for you, you can reach out individually, you can ask for referrals. Whatever the thing is for you, it's sort of that Richard Branson this morning on Instagram put up a quote for Monday Motivation that said, every day do something that scares you. And you've probably heard that before. That he attributed it to Eleanor Roosevelt. So it's a great attribution. We'll go with that. She's pretty amazing woman. Every day do something that scares you, right? And it can be just a little bit scary. It doesn't have to be horrifyingly terrifying. It can be something that you're just a little uncomfortable with. As one of my friends says, I'm outside my comfort zone. So why not keep moving out of my comfort zone? Why not stay out of my comfort zone? I'm already there. So what else, right? So if you are moving outside of the norm, or you have a desire to move outside the norm of being in your 9 to 5, you're going to get more confident by being out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Hey, Joanne. Hi. So good to see you. Joanne, I got confident by doing it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for quoting me there. It's so true though. So the two things that you need really and truly are, number one, a clear plan. It's also got to be simple. None of this 20, 30 page business plan about your 5 years. Guess what? The minute you start in your business after writing this huge business plan, your business plan will be moot. It will have changed because you will have clarity from the action you have taken. So do not spend, 6 months of your life trying to write some outdated business plan. That is an old model. Unless you're going for a loan at a bank, you do not need one. Of course, we want to be strategic, but we also want to start small and simple so that you can start making money ASAP. Can I get an amen? So number one, you need a clear plan, and you need it to be very simple so that you can start going and executing. And number two, you need to get over your fear and self-doubt and strengthen your confidence muscle. Now, one of these things does not work without the other. It takes both. It takes both. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'll show you this. Fee is supposed to be sleeping. Today is my day where it's just her and I all day. It's my day to hang out with with my little boo, and she's not sleeping. So she's chilling on the monitor. There she is. And she's talking. So she looks pretty happy right now, but my live stream plans may be thwarted. So if you have questions about this, please go ahead and ask them now if you're watching live, because my little chatterbox is just chatting away. There she is. Sweet girl. Fee making a digital cameo on Christine's live stream. Okay, Melissa says she's definitely doing things out of her comfort zone every day. Clear plan and start simple. Amen. Yes. And yeah, I know, Fee, she's so sweet, obviously. So here's the deal. Number 2 is the confidence piece, and that's the part that, like I was telling you, when I was in high school, I was not a popular kid. I was a nice kid. This was true in college and grad school, all the way in my life, pretty much. And I would look at these girls who seemed so confident, and I would think, oh my gosh, what do they have that I don't? And I thought it was like something that they were born with. And I think that sometimes it is. Certainly, like, Fee is a very confident, like, settled in herself kid. She appears to have like zero anxiety, right? Good for her. I'm so happy I didn't pass on that gene. But I have learned to be confident. So if you are a person like me who wasn't, necessarily living into that their whole life and has had a big fear of failure or not doing it perfectly and, perfectionist, procrastinator, or whatever, held back by self-doubt, even though other people think you're capable. The great news is that I want you to hear that confidence is a learned skill, just like entrepreneurship. Like, you may have heard me say this before, but my personality type is not a natural entrepreneur. However, is a desire of mine, and guess what? I learned how to make it happen. Same thing with confidence. Same thing with confidence. Yes, Joanne, she is such a cutie. Thank you. And Joanne says, whenever I hit a road bump, I remember you. I know you definitely push me to keep going. Yeah, Joanne, because like, I truly believe that if you have the desire, it's something that God gave you, right? It's you have it for a reason. You have it for a reason. I don't have a desire to become a professional figure skater. So like, I like watching it, but I'm not going to go do that, right? So I have the desire to, grow my business and change the world one person at a time. And I believe I have that for a reason. So I believe it's like my responsibility and also my honor to pursue that, right? And so same for you. If you have a desire to leave your job, to stay out of your job, to build your business, you have it for a reason. You have it for a reason. Thank you for the hearts. I love that. I love knowing that that is hitting home. So here's the thing, right? A clear plan and the confidence. Now, can you identify with these? And which parts have been the struggles for you? Because for me, I really felt, okay, I just needed a better plan. And that's what kept me in my job for the longest time. But if I'm being honest, it was actually that I needed to believe in myself more and be willing to take more action and be willing to take some risks. And to do what it took to get that clear plan and to be supported to actually follow it through. Because if I have a clear plan, but I'm scared to do it, I'm not going to do it, right? So I'd love to hear from you all about what that has looked like for you on your journey. Let me know I'm not alone here. Know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. You have a clear plan. We know that alone is not enough. You got to have discover, uncover, build the confidence in yourself and that plan and get over the fear, right? Not that you're going to be 100% fear-free, but that you are listening to your faith rather than your fear, right? Your faith that you have this desire for a reason, that this is what you're meant to be doing, and you're going to take action toward that rather than trying to just manage the fear and anxiety and like giving that kind of like fanning the flame of that fear. I should use that somewhere. Giving that fear oxygen, that's what I mean by fanning the flame. So let's give your confidence and your self-belief oxygen instead. Here's the thing that I see working, because this is something, actually I haven't talked about this a lot in a while, but I believe you need to learn from somebody who's been there, done that, and hey, maybe even literally wrote the book on it, right? And here's the other thing. I realize I've been in this online coaching, mentoring space for a while. I have never heard anybody else with a success rate that I have of helping clients get out of their jobs. My success rate is 75% and counting, not to mention all of the people I've helped stay out of their jobs, right? Who are already out, who are afraid they were going to have to go back, and whose businesses we turned around so that they didn't have to go back. But of the clients who've come to me in jobs, 75% of them, and counting and rising, because I know some of them are quitting soon, so that number's going to go up again, have quit as a result of our work together. And I don't say that to brag, but just like to let you know, like, this stuff works, right? This system works. And if you're looking for a clear plan, you can trust that you're learning from somebody who's been there, done that, wrote the book on it, and has helped her clients with these results again and again and again and again. And so for less than 48 hours, you have the opportunity to grab the Business Basics Bootcamp, which is a 4-hour digital workshop that you can do on your own time to lay the solid foundation for your business, or to relay it. If you're relaunching, or if you feel like you've stagnated, or you're just getting started, this is for you. This is for you, okay? And it's only available for less than 48 hours. And it's only $97. So, you know, you got to ask yourself, like, how bad do I want it, right? Can I come up with a way to spend, can I come up with $97 if I want this really bad? I cannot believe this, but my dog fell asleep. Apparently I'm super boring. I don't know if you can hear it, but he is dreaming. So Fee is wide awake and talking and jabbering, and Pogo is bored out of his gourd and sleeping and dreaming. So good times in my house today. I love it. So if you feel like now is your time, because maybe you're like, yeah, I'm not really ready, well, then this isn't for you. But if you're like, I was ready yesterday to get out of this job, then the Business Basics Bootcamp is for you. And what the Business Basics Bootcamp is going to do is help you with that clear, very simple plan, because it's 7 simple steps, and I teach on each of them for 10 to 15 minutes. And then I give you implementation time so that you can actually do it. So this is not just another course or, you know, whatever digital thing that you buy and gets filed away somewhere. This is actually something you're going to implement, because you have a timer. And we know that when you have a timer and an amount of time to do something, a task takes the amount of time you give it to do, right? So if you remember, like, writing a term paper, if you had 2 weeks to do it, it's going to take you 2 weeks. If you procrastinate and you do it in the last night, you do it in the last night, right? So you get the right amount of time for each of the 7 steps. Is different, right? I went through and timed it and designed this program exactly for that. And what the other thing that you get are these detailed checklists with screenshots and exact steps on what to do. So it's not just like a worksheet with no clarity on how to implement. Like I said, you're getting screenshots that show you exactly what to do. You're getting questions. You're getting places to write the things down that you've done. You have a checklist to check off each of the things after you work through each of the steps, so that you can see all of the things that you've accomplished and track your progress as you go. Now, that's the clear plan part, right? Now, the other part is the confidence piece, right? So of course, I'm not going to leave you hanging there. I'm going to drop the link in the comments right here if you want to grab it. If you haven't yet grabbed it, because I know there are a bunch of you on this who already have, and I'm so excited for you because you made such a good decision. But here's the thing. So you have a clear plan. That's nailed in. You get these 7 simple steps that I'm walking you through, and the checklist, because who doesn't love a good checklist? And then what I'm throwing in as a bonus is my most popular self-study program ever, which is called Know Your Niche, which is based around developing your confidence. It's not just nailing your niche, meaning like figuring out who you're qualified to serve, which is very important because it informs everything else in your business, right? But it is based around the creation of what I call a confidence resume. where you are prompted to write down the things that you have already accomplished and the things that you've survived, because we all have both, so that you can literally look at it on paper and be like, wow, if I did this and survived this in my life and accomplished this in my life, this business building thing ain't as hard as I thought. You know, my fear has just been kind of running the show, and I'm ready for that to change. So Know Your Niche includes my exclusive confidence resume template, as well as 5 more lessons to help you really explore, own, and integrate your niche and the confidence to serve them, to serve your people, so that when you get done with the Business Basics Bootcamp and Know Your Niche, you're going to feel like $1 million, and you're going to already be visible, and have a clear plan, have a way to accept payments, have what you're going to offer, how you're going to price, all of these things set up, and none of the things you don't need, right? Because if you ask 10 different people, oh, what do you need to build a business? For instance, I was listening to this like big time author explaining to women how to build a business, and her system is 24 steps. 24 steps that you need to have in place and have figured out before you start your business. And I was like, no way. I completely disagree. And I would tell her that to her face. Because guess what that leaves you feeling? Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed and not starting. It's like that 20-page business plan. And guess what? But guess what it's very effective at, to be honest. It's very effective at selling you into her monthly membership, where she's going to help you sort that all out. So, like, make it seem real overwhelming. And then, hey, I've got the solution. And I'm not really about that. I just want you to go take action. I want to make this as simple as easy for you as possible. I know this thing is worth more than $97 because it costs $997 to work with me for 3 hours. And this is 4 hours of me teaching you and implementation time, and it's $97 plus the bonus of Know Your Niche. And so I wanted to make this a no-brainer for you. I wanted to make it accessible for you to have the exact 2 key things you need to finally know exactly how to leave your 9-to-5 for good. Number 1, the clear plan. You're going to get that in the Business Basics Bootcamp. You're going to have all your bases covered with the 7 things you must have to start or grow your business. And number 2, with Know Your Niche and the confidence building process that whole program is based around. So I have high-level private clients use it and go one lesson in and be like, oh my gosh, this gave me so much clarity, after being even in business maybe for themselves for a while and really struggling with their niche. That's the power of this program. It's been used with great results over and over and over, and I'm giving it to you free when you buy the Business Basics Bootcamp. And so this is my invitation to you. If you want to very quickly solve these 2 key things so that you can get out or stay out of your 9-to-5 for good, grab the Business Basics Bootcamp and the bonus copy of Know Your Niche while it's still available. Wednesday at noon Eastern is when the cart closes. So don't miss out on your opportunity to get both of these programs for the low price of $97. But seriously, the low price of $97. And if you have questions, pop them in the comments. I'll be happy to come back and answer them for you. But know that this is your opportunity, right? I believe if you're watching this, you're watching it for a reason. Take advantage of this opportunity to build your business on your own time, but with very, very simple, clear plan, and developing the confidence to do it. Now, I want to check the comments here, and I want to see if we have any other questions before I hop off. So Joanne says, for me, it's when I get no's. I'm one of those learning to accept rejection graciously. Yeah, I love that, Joanne. Like, I love that insight, as we all have those things in our business that are, opportunities for growth, right? And I think that learning to trust the process, to show up and ask for what we want, and also trust that the right clients come to us at the right time. Because sometimes, like, we're like, oh my gosh, I know I could help this person. I really want to, but like maybe they're not quite ready to actually be helped or to show up for themselves in that way. And so they say no, but they might circle back around, because I have I have a couple of wellness clients, and this is what I see to be true for them. Sometimes like sharing an example from another industry can feel less charged, right? But like what we know for sure is that if someone's health doesn't improve and they can't figure out what to do on their own, they're probably going to come back to one of my clients, as long as the client keeps letting them know they care about them and following up, because the pain increases. A lot of times, literally, the pain increases, right? If we're talking about a physical issue. Or the psychic pain, if we're talking about somebody leaving their job, the psychic pain of banging your head against the wall every day going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I hate my job. I want to get out, or my business isn't working. I'm going to have to go back to a job if I don't get some help. You have to get to a certain point where you're willing to show up, take the risk, and go, all right, I'm going to pay somebody to help me with that, right? Whether it's a $97 business basics boot camp, or whether it's working one-on-one in an intensive, or longer term program, right? You have to get to the point where you're like, you know what? I got to do this. My gut's telling me I got to do what it takes, right? Because I think a lot of times we have this story about like, oh, I shouldn't have to spend any money to figure out how to grow a business. Then we forget how much money we spent in college to supposedly learn how to have a successful career and where that got us, right? So like, if we're going to spend a tiniest fraction of that to actually figure out how to help us do exactly what we want to do, that was a huge shift that I had to make after trying to build my business on my own, because I thought I had to figure it out by myself and for free. Otherwise, it would mean I wasn't smart. Just being honest. So like, it took a while for me to get to the point where I was like, no, like the best investment that I can make in my business is on myself. And I continue to invest heavily in myself, coaching and mentoring to this day, because that's what makes me a better business owner. That's what makes me a better person, a better wife, a better mom, right? A better friend, all of those things. A more confident person, capable of making better decisions. And so I think like you really owning your worth and your confidence and going, if you're not ready, that's on you. I mean, not that you're literally going to say that to someone, but just trusting that the right people are going to come to you at the right time, and then setting that intention and that being your desire, and also continuing to show up for them and follow up with them and let them know that you're still there and you're still ready to help them if they decide that they're ready for the help. It's a little rant for you there. Joanne says, I totally agree. Christine knows her stuff. Thank you so much, Joanne. Melissa says, Christine knows her stuff. You will not be disappointed. Mwah! Thank you so much to both of you. I love you both so much. Any more questions that come up about the Business Basics Bootcamp over the next 2 days, pop them in the comments below. And I hope you decide to grab it, because I know it's going to help you lay that foundation, grow a strong business, and tell you exactly what to do and what not to do to get there. Plus, know your niche, which I know you're going to adore as well. Have an awesome Monday if you're watching this live, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.